A year without the gym, what really happened to my body, my mind, and my diabetes? Let's dive in. Hi everyone, it's Mark here. Today I want to share something personal. It was a bit of an experiment for myself that I did over the past year. I decided to completely stop going to the gym and not really watching what I was eating. I pretty much, if I wanted it, I would eat it. No strength training, no cardio, nothing structured at all. I just lived like a regular guy in his late 40s with type 1 diabetes, and all I did was spend time with my kids, doing work, and just seeing how my body and mind would cope and whether my health would hold up. So why did I do it? I wanted to see what happens when you take a step back from fitness entirely. Would my weight change? Would my energy change? How would my diabetes management go? Simple questions that you probably ask yourselves. So here's what I discovered. First off, my weight didn't really change. I stayed roughly the same weight. Now, I've always been around about 79 to 80 kilograms, which is where I've been most of my life. I subconsciously did a thing called the belt hole system, and I'm sure you've done it yourself. What it is I'm sure you're aware yourselves, you'll start noticing you fasten your belt on a particular hole, and over time that hole might stretch to the next one, or the next one. Or, in fact, it might go the other way. It might go down one and down one. And you have a mechanism inside, it's like a thermostat, that it doesn't feel right to you. So you'll either eat to overcompensate for the loss of weight, or you'll stop eating because you're going over. And that's kind of how I've done it. If I've overate one day and I noticed that my belt had moved up a notch, I'd make sure to pull things back the next day. One thing I've always done, and it's like second nature now, is I've always made sure I eat 30 grams of protein with every single meal, which helped me maintain as much muscle as possible over this past year. But here's the thing, while my weight stayed stable, my body was changing. I gained more fat and lost muscle, and internally my body was beginning to decline. Now I know over time, this could lead to some serious complications for my health, my mobility, and my recovery. It's like what most people get, a wake-up call. And to me, just maintaining weight isn't the same as maintaining health. What made me really notice was when I played football for the first time in 35 years. Since my days as a young Newcastle United player, I've always loved the game of football. I really noticed this when I played football for the first time in 35 years, since my days as a young man at Newcastle United. During a tackle, I stretched my ACL and MCL, and I ended up on crutches for 2 weeks. Now, thankfully, my diet, including the right amount of protein, collagen, and amino acids, helped me recover quickly. But it was a reminder of how fragile things can become without constant strength and mobility work. A fall or injury can seriously change your health as you age, making recovery harder and increasing your risks. So what's the takeaway from this? Well, yes, you can maintain your weight, which seems to be the goal for many people out there. But what about long term? Do you want to be a burden on your children? Did I want to be a burden on my children? Because I'm struggling to get round as I get older. I mean, statistics show that after a serious fall, the possibility of you dying within 5 years of that is frighteningly high. My granddad was a great example of aging well. He stayed active and was doing backflips well into his 60s. That's the kind of longevity I'm wanting to aim for. The experiment for me was, it's a reminder of something important. Weight isn't the only marker of health. While I kept my weight stable, I lost muscle, mobility, and resilience. Those things are all crucial for aging well and staying independent. Now, regular exercise and the right nutrition aren't just about looking good. They're about living well and giving yourself the best shot at a long, healthy life. I mean, have you ever stepped away from fitness for a while? What did you notice about your body, what your mind and overall health did? Why don't you drop me a comment below? I'd love to hear your experience. Thanks for watching. And remember, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And until next time, take care of yourself, stay well, stay balanced, and I'll see you again soon.